It is. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Penguin Academy game analysis. I'll talk about the game in a sec. First, I'm going to warn people that I've taken a break. I was ill again, or rather too ill to even do this, which is like the minimum effort in life, isn't it? Sitting in a chair talking about Blood Bowl. And I'm still ill. I've got my mute button set up in case I have to pause to cough or gag or whatever. For those of you who are new to the channel, I have a permanent illness. It's been a lot worse in recent years. And as it's permanent, then I have to just deal with it, right? I could just not do this, or I can do this, and some of you will have to put up with a cough and things like that every now and again. If, bodily functions like that are too annoying, then you don't get to learn about Blood Bowl. Tough. Right, this is the 2026 Winter Super League, and we have Br1ht's Orcs versus Kopecz's Rats. Fair warning, I am spoiled about a certain thing that happened in this game. We will find out together live, but I already know, ish. Something that happened. So it's kind of interesting bringing Orcs. You don't see a lot of top players play Orcs, even though they're one of the most solid teams in the game, because they can tend to be draw machines, and draws are not good in Swiss. Like, it's hard for your opponent to take the ball off them, but if they're an agility team or something, it's also hard for you to stop them scoring. Same as dwarves, right? The no agency control-y teams tend to get draws. It's why so many people play rats and woodies and other agility teams, because even though they tend to be win or lose, so if you get a streak of wins, you can win a competition with them. Whereas a lot of the bash teams tend to be draw, win or lose, with draw being pretty prominent. And if you draw a game or two in any kind of competition, you can't win it usually. The title normally goes to the win streak, and those are agility teams, which is why agility teams, despite getting shit on in the rules repeatedly, tend to win most things. So it's kind of interesting bringing Orcs. We'll see how that works out for him. But what did the team get? He's got 5 guard, nothing on the troll. He has brought the troll. He's got 1 mighty blow, no tackle, and he's put leader on the Mr. Throw to make up for the fact that he's brought a troll and 2 goblins. Gives him his 3rd reroll that way. The rats have brought a tackle, which is useless. I don't like it. I would normally just stick Mighty Blow on him, because any kind of removal or stun is great for agility teams. So if they can bring a Mighty Blow, they should bring a Mighty Blow. Guard, because it's very useful in general. We've got the standard Juggernaut Roger. We've got a Wrestle Gutter, a Block Gutter, Sidestep Gutter for the 1 turn, and another Block Gutter. So 2 Block Gutters is interesting. I would probably have seen 2 Wrestle Gutters better, but and he's gone for a real basic rule of 5 setup, which I don't like for rats. But you'll notice Br1ght sets up properly. Big strength 4s on the outside, not necessary in the middle, no gaps. The Roger can't hit the outside, so red dice would have to happen to get through. Full A+ anti-blitz setup from Br1ght. Well done. So I actually, there's nothing wrong with rule of 5. It's not like I can look at this and go, oh, look how rubbish it is. It just gives you no agency. Like, Br1ght probably would have set up like this no matter what Kopecz have done. So if Kopecz had set up an offset LOS with an offset rule of 5, or even a spread out, which is normally what I prefer, like 4-4, then, because he hasn't got tackle, right? So you can stick a wrestle or a block gutter runner at the front, and it's not so bad. Oh, actually, he's got a... Wait, is that a land? He's got a clan rat right there. He could use the clan rat. For the 4/4, right? And then if you do happen to get a blitz, you try the red dice, right? You red dice, he is blockless. It's only 2/2. You try the red dice and you can sneak around the outside. You can't do it here. You don't have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then what, 7? You either have to follow or step back to the sideline or step there and get surfed. Like he can't get anywhere. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like you can only get to here. Unless the kick is in one of these squares, that's all you can get to. Because you just have to go round. You're wasting so much movement. Like, it's just the basic bitch of setups. There's nothing wrong with it, but there's nothing good about it. Oh. I said all of that, and then Br1ght screwed it up. I thought it was done. I pressed the wrong square. Okay, well, that's a mistake, look. That's a mistake because he has a guard. So the Roger can go through him, the troll, and create the space. So he screwed that up just at the last second, which is a bit of a shame because I just said it was really nice. It's no longer an A+. That is now a weak spot. And it doesn't matter. He's getting blitzed on, but the kick is all the way down there. Did you? He set it up perfectly and then just did that. It's so dumb. Oh, and there we go. He actually is doing it anyway. He's going to... I mean, I don't hate it because it means that if this doesn't go in the crowd, he's going to be able to have some gutter runners in scoring range. And Mr. Throw is very slow. So if this goes into one of these squares, Mr. Throw can't even reach it. And if you've got a gutter runner in scoring range and you can't reach the ball, or you 1 in 9 the pickup, you are fucked. And it is the pow as well. And here they come. I might even do a rush to tag him, you know. I would, like, if we are going to just throw him there, I would possibly have considered the rushes to tag Mr. Throw. Like, that's a winning tag, isn't it? That's so bad if this doesn't go in the crowd. Move him in as well, like, first, and then tag him with one of them. 2-2, 70% to tag. It went in the crowd. It went in the crowd, so it all doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter, but it, you know. Because what he's done with this player here is create this, like, screen to cut these 3 off from the rest of the team. So it's still annoying, right? It's still something for the Orcs to deal with. It's just less for the Orcs to deal with. The ball should end up vaguely safe here. He's got these 2 to form and these 2 to come and help. So the ball should be in an X cage at the end of this turn. And he's cast a rat with the ball carrier. What's happening here? Is he 1 dice in to get a cage? So he could have blitzed with him, right? And he could have blitzed with him there and chained off. Oh, wait, that doesn't help because the chain would be on the cage corner. Okay, never mind. Oh, he could have blitzed him anyway and followed, and then he could have taken a block. Oh, no, that still puts him there. It has to be a pow then. It's still better than this, though. How has he ended up with the ball not in the cage? Oh, this is the blitz. Then he moves in the cage. Okay. He has ended up with the ball in the cage. Thank fuck for that. Right. There we go. Team still split, so still some problems, but he should be fine. That is quite the weird... He was just trying to chain the Roger for another hit. It seems pointless. Why he different? Br1ght forgot to move Mr. Throw, I just realized. Sure, I guess. It's fine. I don't like that he's given up the pressure. Like, he's just straight given up the pressure here, hasn't he? He's just punching these 3 orcs and just giving up any pressure on the cage at all. Like, he could have continued to go in. Like, the Roger was taking these 2. Br1ght has forgotten Mr. Throw exists. So you have a team of 11. He was base, so one of these would be the block and blitz. And then you still isolate the cage. Like, you get rid of these 5 players and you isolate the cage. Put your players in here and keep these stuck to the right. Safe moves lost. And look, Br1ght is just bringing his team back together on your team. And Mighty blow in a Rat Ogre at the same time. Safe moves lost. And look at the difference in this turn. You did have pressure. I don't like that this can be chained onto the ball. Really, not even difficulty. Like, he's just left it there to be chained onto the ball. This is absolutely mad. It's just red dice, right? You just red dice chain him onto the ball. He set it up himself. But other than the stupidity of the red dice onto the ball, like, if he'd not done that, like if these 3 were 1 over, say, you've got your team back together and half your team is based. Like, he changed the pressure. Like, he had pressure on the ball from the blitz, and then he screwed up the last turn. And now if Br1ght had positioned slightly better, then this turn it would have been awful. 1 in 9s. I don't know why he did that. He could have just had another go. Like, that could have been a knockdown. He could have red diced him for the same thing. He pushes him to there. Could have triple red diced the troll, pushed him to there. Kept the reroll for those instead of rerolling a 1D and hoping for a 3. And now the rats are just running away, I guess. Okay. Oh, we're really running away. We've just given up on the entire drive. Okay. This was one of the fundamental problems with Blood Bowl making the one turn easier, isn't it? Well, that's not right, is it? I mean, come on, Br1ght. That's not... like, I know the red dice isn't, like, great or anything, but, like, could we not make it better than that? Stick one in there or something. Like, what's this guy doing? Alright, well, this is pointless, isn't it? All in on the one turn. I hope he 1 in 9's the pickup. So I get it when you've taken a couple of removals and everything's like, you know, safe and whatever, but like, what is the point in this? Wait, why is this the blitz? There's an orc there. What? Why is that the blitz? Even if that's a POW you have to follow. So it's just because it's... He's got Juggernaut, he's decided to blitz anyway? I mean, it worked, but like, why are you even doing it? You can't get away. Die, and then you don't have a one turn. Stun. Yeah, like 1 Kaz, 1 KO, and he's just given up the entire drive. And more importantly, those happened... only one of those happened when he still had pressure, when he still had play. Six dice, no POW. What are you hitting it for? Do the double down. Surely you take the double down and leave him there. Oh god, he's thrown his rerolls in. Now the rats attack the ball, right? You're down to 1 reroll. You've split your own team. You got to get your team back together now. You need to do better than this, though. This is not really it, is it? Okay, right. Look. No, I mean, this is not it. So this guy should have dodged out and come around here. This one should have come down here. You needed to create a screen to actually make him roll dice to get his team back together. The blitz should have been this one. To get, so that, like, you could have just blitzed right here. Block on, no block. Out of the way, and then brought your players in here and here. All of these guys could have been in play then. There's a dodge out for them. Your entire team could have been here, surrounding this 3-man non-cage. With some dice. You don't have to re-roll anything. Just give it a go. This was rubbish. Like, I mean, absolutely. Let's go back and look at... Right, so this is the position, right? All of these can dodge. And you can stick them here. If you blitz here and push him to there, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, he can go there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He can go there. 3. Like, they can just fill this space. And he can dodge out here and come over here. Back up the gutters. You could literally have your team in this semicircle. If you make these dodges and this rush and these dodges, which are none of them are particularly difficult, you could end up with your entire team in a semicircle, and Br1ght has left no protection for the ball. I mean, that's Rat's bread and butter. And instead, this is what we've ended up with. All of these guys still blazed and getting punched in the dick. And these 4 just go in there, so these come back together. And when we have, like, you know, another 8-man orc bunker in the middle of the pitch. Rubbish. Literally rubbish. This should also just be in the cage with the others. Okay, he's doing that. In that case, then, it should definitely be in the cage with the others. What's this guy doing? Appo that. Appo that. Okay, keep 11 men, man. Does the troll block before the rerollable block? But he wasn't going to reroll it, so I guess it doesn't matter. Still left this guy there. Amazing stun. Like, insanely lucky stun. And there we go. We have pressure on the ball. Because this guy wasn't there to help out. He is in scoring range. Oh, I thought he was going to 3-dice the sidestepper.
Always a pleasure, Br1ght.
Oh, thank you very much, Novocaine. I appreciate it. That wasn't really much, was it? Doesn't really do anything, this. Alright. Can they one turn? Let's see what he does as his one turn setup. Okay. I don't hate this. It just means you got to give the ball to him first. So how would I do this? That's an interesting question, isn't it? Let's look at how I would do this, because you quite want to do it where you give the ball to him first, but there's no real good way to do that. You don't want to do a 1 in 9 handoff, but you kind of have to, because you can't give it to him afterwards, because he'll never be in less than 1 tackle zone. Can you do it in a way? Not really. You want to push him in there, right? So when he has to do a 1 in 9 dodge. It does leave a bunch of 1 in 9s, which is pretty good for... You could utilize...
Good to see some Blood Bowl, rather than the usual bunch of novice playing shooty face.
Hello, Beard. Yeah, I was sleeping most of the day. My drugs fucked with my sleep. I don't know if you... So I've got the gain set on my mic so that people don't hear me wheezing. Even if I try to wheeze into the mic, I don't know if it picks it up. Could you hear that? My breath is just crackly. It's really annoying. Like, I sound like an old man with like emphysema or something. So I think he just has to just live with some 1 in 9s and do a basic rat 1 turn. End up pushing the rat into there and doing a 1 in 9 dodge through. We'll see if he comes up with something better than that. I'm sorry I didn't go through the whole BB pusher and stuff thing. If I did that every time, there's a lot of rats in this Super League. If I did that every time for a 1 turn, we'd be here all day doing it. Already, oh, never mind. Everything just got a metric fuck ton easier. I don't know what's going on here. There's no one by him. This guy's in the middle. So he's coming round here, I guess. But like, that doesn't work, does it? Because he's pushing... I don't know what he's doing. Oh, he's pushing him. That's the first block. But what's he doing there? So he should be there. No, wait, the gutter's going to go there. Okay, right. I know what's happening. This is a 2 dice block. If he has a power, we'll take it because it leaves him in no tackle zones and it's unlikely to be removed. If he gets removed and he has to work something else out. And he goes there. The gutter dodges and goes there. That creates this square. The Roger blitzes from here into him, to there. After someone back here gives him the ball in no tackle zones and fills this square. So that's the first push into him. And then that's the second push. But I guess he's doing a 4+ dodge. There's no third push. I feel like I do want to get out BB pusher, but this does at least work. It just means that he has a 4+3+ dodge. I don't think it can get an extra push out of it. Or can you? So he will end up there. You will end up there. Oh, maybe you can. Maybe this diagonal works. Although these two are the wrong way around. But maybe this diagonal block works then. No, there's no one in this square. It doesn't work, does it? Push him, but he'll go there. Yeah, you can't fill those squares. No, it doesn't work. There's only 2 pushes. Okay, I don't like the 1 turn. I hope you could see why doing that little bit of rambly nonsense. This is the kind of thing you can do as homework by yourself. Pull up BB pusher, put this there, and just do the rat 1 turn. You've got these players back here as well. You can see how he's going to do it, and it will work. He ends up there behind the troll or there with the ball, and then he does a 4-3-2 to get through. Luckily for him, that shitty 1 turn that isn't going to be necessary because he's got a timeout, and these guys are blitzable by a Roger. What are we doing? Oh, we're blitzing through the middle. Gets a KO as well. Fails the pickup, re-rolls. Doesn't fail it again. Fails the handoff, wow. Doesn't fail it again. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So at the moment it's 3-2-2 with a reroll to sack the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can get around there. Could make this difficult if he makes the 3-2-2 sack. Oh, okay. He was just going to keep it. So he was just going to give up. If he didn't make those 2 rushes, he was just giving up an immediate 3-dice sack on the ball. So it's a 4-2-2 now. Like, he still should do that, right? A 4-2-2. Like, what else is he going to do? Is that better? It might be better. I don't know that. That's a 5, but there's no 2s. So is that better? That's 55%. Let me have a look. Do you know what? I don't know. Maybe he sambered it, so he knows it's better. No, it's not better. Yeah, 4-2-2 is 63%. He had 1 reroll. 1 reroll of 4-2-2 is 63%. 64%, actually, if you round off. Whereas a 5 is 55%. It's not that close, is it? 64 to 55, that's 10%, or 9%. Like, that's not that close. This is objectively wrong. So that I do believe is wrong. I don't like that at all. Because now you have to do a rush with no reroll to go there. Like, you wanted him there. I would rather have him there to make sure that this is a 4+ dodge as well. Because this is currently, if he fails this rush, this is currently a 2+ dodge into 4+ pickup into 2+ dodge and score. And I want the dodge to be difficult. Okay, never mind. He made the rush. Oh, that dodge is good. Oh, my days. Okay. Right, so the problem we've got here is, can he chain? Can he chain anything? Like, could he can just red dice with here, right? It's 2-2. That's the first thing I'm looking at. Red dice in here. It's 2-2. If he takes the 3, he scatters the ball. Okay, why did we do that? Okay, well, I don't like that. It was all 1s coming up, but it doesn't matter. All right, so no score. Interesting. So now the rats have their own problems because they're not on 11. In fact, they're not even on 10. They're on 9 players. And they've essentially got a Daka for the draw. And it looks like they're not going to do that. Which, I'll be honest with you, seems insane. Okay. They're also kicking into the end zone. So this was a quick score setup. I don't even know how it's a quick... I guess they go through him. And then all the rats dodge through this gate dodge afterwards. That's not even 2 into... Yeah, that's 2 into 1, and there's no way to make it not 2 into 1. I don't know what's happening. This is a weird-ass setup. Yes, Evan, no spoilers, please. This is a very strange setup. Yeah, he could have done the same thing on the other side. It was 2 into 2. And I mean, I don't understand why you'd be going for a quick score here anyway. With 9 players, how do you think you're going to turn over 11 orcs? You just lose 2-1 if you quick score here. So this was all kinds of terrible. The ball did not go in the crowd. This is a Swiss stage, Nat. So there's no... A draw is fine in the first round. A number of the better players have already drawn before this game was played. So you are still in it with a draw. It's only 4 games, so a draw is not good. But a loss is bad. Is it 5? Okay, sorry. It's 5 games. My bad. I thought it was 4. But still, a loss is bad. The lower the amount of Swiss games, the worse a loss is. And there goes the Orcs Apo, correctly. So your best bet here, because he's put him there, which is, again, Chunt's column for no reason. And I know it sounds crazy because he hasn't got the ball, but it's still a shit place to stand, because what the Orcs do now is base up all of these, blitz him, and even if he doesn't get the POW, because it's a blodger, you're jammed against the sideline. You have to do a 1 in 9 dodge to get out. Like, if he's just 1 square in, it's a 1 in 36 dodge. Completely different scenario. So it's still a stupid place to stand. I don't know what the hell is wrong with people standing in Chunt's column. Like, I get it until it's been explained to you. Like, there's so much of Blood Bowl I understand until someone has told you. Like, once someone's told you, if you still aren't setting up to defend against a blitz, if you still aren't protecting the pickup, if you're still standing in Chunt's column for absolutely no reason, I've got to think there's just something wrong with you. Like, you have some kind of, like, problem with authority or whatever. Like, it's like, what is wrong with you that you're not listening to, like, that basic advice that instantly makes you a better player at a thing that you say that you like to do. It's so odd. Taking that loner 1 in 27 before moving half of your team is mental. This blitz is wrong. It's blockless. It's the wrong player. He's still doing moves after it. This is all kinds of bad. This turn is a mess. An absolute disaster of a turn. Nobody's marking him at all. He's in the wrong square. He should be one to the right to stop him going. I don't know why this guy is one dice in that guy. That seems insane. Sure. Well, that was some turns of Blood Bowl that people played. Why is that the blitz? Why is that the blitz? Why is that the positioning? Why haven't we moved anyone? Another blockless block. There we go. Fills the hole after taking the blockless block. Didn't actually need to... Gets a KO on an orc. Are we red dicing him? No, we're just doing the 1 in 9 dodges. That's right, the 1 in 36 dodges. My bad. Oh, and another 1 in 36 that doesn't go off. And still doesn't. And this time, the orc apo is gone. So this should just be a score, right? You just don't roll any dice. Okay, good. First, probably just universally correct thing that's happened in about 4 turns. Neither KO for the Orcs come back, including Mr. Throw, which is a pretty rough thing to happen. So that it's 11 versus 10, but 2 of the Orcs are... Oh, God. 2 of the Orcs are Goblins. Right. Okay, we immediately get a removal. The ball is on a player that he wants it on, but he's only got 5 turns, and that's just wasted one of them by taking that block. So he's got 4 turns to score from the halfway line. Okay. He is just smashing shit out of the... Okay, well, that's the blitz then, because he needs the... Oh, okay, he's going to take the extra block. Nah, it's not the blitz now. Troll should have moved already. Okay, we're doing some 1Ds. We're getting some POWs. And he gets the POW. Okay, so we have to go left. Oh my days, we gets the POW and the troll removal. And a dodge, right? We have to go left. The Orcs just have to go left here. So, I think that was wrong. If I go back. So, instead of standing this player up, this one here, I would have already moved the ball and this guy. Because I want this guy to go in there. So that I can block the Roger with the block piece. And move these 2 away. I don't want to take a blockless block. Waste a reroll possibly. Or just lose the game. So I want him moved. The goblins moved. Around here. The blitz is probably just on this gutter with the mighty blow. So I can do that as well. Then I move him in there. Then I take this block with block. More chance of knocking him down. And then I move these 2 round to support the ball push. So that would be my choice. I could take this block before the blitz. So I could move these and maybe 3 dice him. Like that would work as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring him round there. Bring this one in there to base him. And then we 3 dice him. Like, I don't hate that. The ball is probably there. Oh, wait. If the ball is there, we can't get him to there. Okay, that's not correct then. Where is the ball? The ball is probably there with the goblins behind it. Yeah, the ball is there with the goblins behind it. So that, to me, is the more correct turn ordering because you want to take a block with block on him. It's a 75% knockdown and far less lower risk of wasting a reroll that you might need. And then it frees up these players to come forward, which is your strength and your guards. So this guy going in there is a waste because he's just basing 2 gutters, which is irrelevant, right? Immediately irrelevant. And then this happens. So this is the bit I was spoiled about. I kind of knew this happened. So as far as I'm aware, what actually happened was Br1ght, as he was in the World Championships, is on some terrible internet somewhere in Russia. And there is a built-in limit to the Blood Bowl 3 system. Even though you have that like countdown timer when you disconnect, that is irrelevant to the fact that there's a separate thing going on where you're only allowed to disconnect, I think, 5 times. On the 6th time you disconnect, it kicks you out, regardless of if you still have timer issues, if you still have timer left. And there's no way to change that. So that countdown timer you have for reconnecting, you can change that in the admin system. You can put that to a different number. It can be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. But there is a hard limit to the amount of times that you can disconnect and reconnect. And apparently Br1ht's internet issues caused that, which is a shame because the most likely result of this drive was he scores and wins. And instead now he lost. Nothing they can do about that. You can't rule that he would have scored or anything, obviously. So that like he does get a loss and Kopecz gets the win. There was a separate issue that I understood, which is that because of the way it works, this pops up as a 3-0 win. And in Swiss, that's a problem. So I don't know what actually happened. I think maybe they admin ruled it to 2-1. For Kopecz. But yes, it is disappointing for Br1ght. I mean, like, even though he was making a lot of mistakes himself, I still think he played better than the Rats. The Rats basically gave up the first drive too early. Their one turn was looking ropey because they screwed it up, and then they got a timeout, and then, you know, Br1ght got the sack, so that didn't matter anyway. And then they quick scored instead of Dakar in to play for the draw, which, you know, should have let Br1ght get the win. At the very least, it was probably going to be a draw. Br1ght might have failed to score, but I doubt the Rats would have counter-scored. So the odds of Kopecz actually winning that game in regular time without this were very low, in my opinion. So, but that's the way it is. You can't do anything about it. Like, it's not like Jim can fix the Russian internet. So there we go. Disappointing end. We don't get to see the end of the match. And disappointing for Br1ght because he has a loss on his record now. And also, I mean, this is not the first time it's happened for Br1ght. Br1ght is in trouble as far as being able to play competitively with internet like that. But there was at least a lot to talk about in that game. You know, things to say. Good stuff for Penguin Academy. And we will see you in the next one.